Hey folks, welcome. It's Mara live from the church that's always open. I hope you all have been having wonderful holidays this week. And today's theme is let's open some presents. But you'll notice it's spelled a little differently. P-R-E-S-E-N-C-E. The presents. The presence of all. The presence of the great creator and the presence of love. And honestly, the greatest gifts. You know, oftentimes we'll wake up in the day and we'll be concerned about something mundane. We won't worry, did the sun rise? We won't worry, did the earth turn? You know, and yet, if that stopped, well, that would be the end of it. So let's open some presents. Through all this time of COVID, we're going to take a little bit of a pause today because we've been talking about all that's gone on. We've been talking about we are the light. We've been talking about bringing that light of kindness to wherever we can, firing it up. Now, after all that, let's take a little bit of a pause and spend some time together today and open some presents. One of the things that I really love in the connectivity of nature is we always see the greatest presence of the Creator. Like today, Clyde and I went out for a walk. Check this out. We saw 3 bluebirds, 2 pileated woodpeckers, my hawk. Just incredible sightings of presence. Just a little bit ago, there's a photo going around on Facebook by a guy named Ben Salem. And I'm just going to bring the camera in a little so you can see it. Some of you might have seen it. It's on my page. But, oh, actually you can't see it that well. Let me back up. It's right there. And it's basically this amazing picture that showed up over the Arctic Circle. Here, I'll hold it this way. There you go. It was over the Arctic Circle. Now, that is some sort of presence. First of all, the thing that I really love about Holy Spirit showing up so brilliantly in nature is that it's proof. People ask me, like, why do you believe like you do? There's so much proof. Even in today's walk, all the birds, the opportunity for hope in a time that's really dark. So let's open some presents. We are the presents. These gifts come in our challenging times to lift us up. There was an amazing picture in NASA that had the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Check that out. These are gifts. These are gifts that show the obvious presence and magnificence of the Creator. I have some music going on in the background right now. But look at this beautiful scenery. This too are gifts of the Creator. We are part of this presence. We are part of this presence. And you know, folks, it's an important time right now because we're right in the middle of probably the strangest set of holidays we've had. Probably some of the most sorrow we've felt during the holidays. The missing of people, the missing of celebrations, the missing of tradition, the missing of church. It was so weird to be home on Christmas, watching myself on a live stream. Like, it was kind of fun. I was just, chilling in my jammies, but still, it was strange. However, inside these things that shift, there's presence. There's the presence of God, and there's the presence of Holy Spirit, and we reflect that. Now, in these times that are so troubled, so many of us feel so overwhelmed. What do we do, right? Number 1, we remember who we are, which we've really been working on. We've been working on being the presence. Bringing the light, bringing the light, bringing the light. Bringing it where we can. It's plenty. Everybody has a place where they make a great difference. All of those lights, they do connect. They do connect. And they connect us with a presence that allows us to create amazing things. Because, my friends, where does true freedom lie? A lot of my friends have been saying, wow, man, freedom, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, all that. Where does freedom really lie? in remembering who we truly are and the magnificent power of that presence. When we remember that and we bring it out into our corner of the world. Folks, one of the hardest things for me sometimes is when I see so much, I start to feel like what I can do is not enough. But that's not true, because the bit I can do, connected with the bit that you do, connected with the bit that you do, connected with the bit that you do, next thing you know, it's exponentially lit up with the presence. We just don't see it in the same way as we do the mainstream, which is so loud and brash. And right now, folks, we cannot trust the media. We just can't. You know, don't give away your trust. Our trust is a gift of the presence. I trust in the presence of Holy Spirit. And from there, I act. That's where I trust. I don't give away my trust to folks who maybe have not taken the best care of humanity. What is happening right now? It's not a political thing. It's a political debacle, but it's actually about humanity and humanity waking up to the truth of the presence. And what could be greater, as we've talked about these past weeks, than us remembering who we really are, and bringing the birds in, bringing presents in, bringing the gift of sunshine, enjoying a beautiful video, enjoying being with you folks. This is such a lift and a truth about the presence. Now, question. We've talked about we are the light. We're light workers. We're bringing it for the presence of Holy Spirit. Who do we say we are? We're agents of light for the presence. And we're willing to do conscious acts of kindness where we can. Now, it's enough. And I'm telling myself, right as I tell, it's enough to bring our understood awakened presence to any circumstance that faces you as it comes to you one day at a time. That's what one day at a time is about. I have been coping with COVID one day at a time and trying to develop more presence. Now, when we're so separated from our communities, that loneliness can make it challenging. And yet, inside that alone, all oneness, there's a great opportunity to hear that stillness, to hear that presence, and let it speak to us directly. What am I able to do today? And understanding that what you're doing is enough. And if you have a day where you need someone to bring you the presence, or I need someone to bring me the presence, we have all our folks right here in our beautiful community, small as it may be on the grand scale. But you guys, us bringing conscious acts week after week, well, gee, that adds up. It's such a sighting of the presence. And I'm really thrilled about that. I don't know what's coming. You know, we are affected by phase 4 as musicians. We just are. However, other things are coming, other presents. And I'm going to keep looking for those lights, because it is easier to find them in the dark if we are willing to see them. But when we know our own presence, it's easier to see it in another. And that's what that means. We're able to see each other's ability to bring that light. That act of kindness that you bring so matters. It's like bringing what really matters to the material. That's when love transmutes and is the greatest power and is the greatest showing of the presence of the Creator. So, again, as we open our presence, what are they? What are the things that I say I am grateful for? Small, large. The moment I shift from anger or blame, which is easy to feel in certain times. We have to give ourselves room for our humanity, that we might see it and grow it in union with the presence, not separated, not scolded, not less than. Our humanity is the way to show the presence. And that's why right now, what's happening on the earth plane, on the government plane, that's why those in the light need to really speak up for the presence now and hold the light, hold the best wish. I'm holding out that one of the finest acts of presence is that the parties come together in a united cause and give more than anyone ever thought they would, and take away from those which don't represent our emergent needs right now. It's okay, America, for us to say ours need the help right now. Do you know, if we just paused for 1 quarter just to take care of our own? It's so simple. I know it sounds so simple, but we could just put one pause in it and say, let's take care of our own. Bring that light back up in our own, that we may give gracefully as we always have and do. However, we need that now, and it's okay to say so. Now, we are the presence. So, in being able to acknowledge need and see our own light, we'll be able to bring that light gently to it. And the bit we bring is enough. Breathe in at ease. And if you've had a day where you just no longer can bring for your own earth plane trials, then pause, take your breath, and say, I've done what I can do today. Because inside our human form, my dears, the light is limited. If it weren't, it would be like, you know, you wouldn't see the corporal form. You know, you'd only see the light. And we're all working to show that light. The way we show this presence is who we say we are, what we bring when we say it. How do we deal with our own humanity when it becomes inhumane? Every single one of us, my dears, has inside of us something that could go a little inhumane. And it's okay to admit it. And it's okay for us to look at that. Because that's part of what we're healing right now. When we shine the light on it, we can bring it up to the light and say, what can I heal and what can I take from this going forward? Because we're opening the presence. The presence that we are given today as agents of light, is those who love and believe and who've said, yeah, I'm psyched to be the hands, heart, and eyes of Holy Spirit, right? We are given the gifts to keep going. These are our gifts, the gifts of presence. And as we feel them, we can share them. We have the courage to look the dark in the face, inside ourselves, in others. Inside those moments, we heal, communicate, or we release. It is now our time to take as much off that might block that light and let it shine. And know that one at a time, one act of kindness at a time brings the presence. And as we stay connected in these ways, our talks, the people we know, I have so many people here who cross so many of my lives. One of the people who was just watching, Jenny, I'm going to call you out, gave me the most incredible Christmas gift. She sent me a letter, one of my students when I was teaching music in elementary school at St. Agnes School. She sent me a letter that she had written in 1999 about how I had helped her as her teacher. And then she sent me that letter again this year. She's now an anesthesiologist and a mother of two. And those of you who live in the Newburyport area, well, she's probably helped you out. And that gift was an incredible presence. In fact, I had to open my heart to actually fully receive it. Thank you, Jenny. This tells us that our gifts, as we give them day to day, in small but constant portion, really adds up and shows presence. We must not lose heart now. Now is the time that our light will shine brighter, and it will be needed more, but it will shine brighter. I look forward to this new year because it's our chance to bring light to that which will be new, to bring light and heart to that which did come up to be healed, to stand for the things that we say represent presence and to make them come to light, and to be in ourselves. Who do we say we want to be? Who do we say we want to be? And then bring that. All of you on this lift who cross so many different areas of my life, you bring so many gifts that are so different than each other. And when I think about all of them and that I know you, it's incredible the amount of space that we cover and the lights that we can bring. Let us not lose heart. We have seen things we've never thought we'd seen. We have seen 20 million Americans abandoned on the field, and we never thought we'd see that. So we are praying for the presence. Let the last act of this Congress this year be to take care of us, replenish us, make sure the country is fine, and give back, make a down payment in us, and bring your light. Know it's enough. It's so enough. If you could see the people I know on this thread over the week, out there bringing conscious acts of kindness with light, with the presence of Holy Spirit, we could never lose heart, even though we have rough days, and I do have them too. Yes, I do. Earth plane can be a little sad, but I am lifted in the presence. If you get a chance to walk today, do. There seems to be amazing magic out there. If you get a chance to check out on Facebook, there are some amazing pictures of presence going on. Go see them. Go watch. Take it in. Replenish yourself. If you're watching something that hurts, shut it down, because your light will feed the light. I'm wishing us all the best. We're in this time of stillness and pause, where we are planning and searching and building and creating together, not in fear, but with creative concern in the light, knowing we are the presence. Let us look every day for 1, where we might serve, 2, where we might heal, and 3, where we might recreate a world that shows this presence. Happy New Year, folks. I'll see you next Sunday. Take care.